You.
Yo.
All right. Check. Come on, headphones. Yo.
I'm here.
No, I'm checking on my headphones.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. All right, let's go. What up, world? Welcome back. This is Blues House. I'm your host, Bluminati, and I got the homie Kobe with me tonight, man. What's up, Kobe?
What's going on, people?
You good, man? You back from hiatus?
Yeah, man, I'm good. It's just been a crazy few days, but we good.
That's right, man. I got into what did I do yesterday?
G.I. Joe, yeah.
Yeah, G.I. Joe, stuff like that, man. Had some actually real good discussions, too, man. You know what I'm saying? So did that yesterday. Hopefully we can get into some more today. Don't forget to, I ain't even got my banner up and moving. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to support, you can hit the Cash App at Bluminati, or you can go to www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse. There you can donate and also give your critiques, whatever settings and all types of stuff you want to see, what type of topics you want, all of that. And also don't forget to share. All right, with that taken care of and out of the way, I want to start with Blade.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to start with Blade, man. Kind of touched on it yesterday. As you know, the homie XR came through. He asked me about it, and I didn't really know too much about who the director was. But Blade has finally, the MCU's Blade has finally found its director. So,
okay.
I got this article.
Okay.
From Deadline, and just read through it real quick. It says Blade, Mowgli, Helmer Bassem Tariq is Marvel's choice to direct new film starring Mahershala Ali as iconic vampire hunter. Exclusive. After a thorough search that involved months of meeting a slew of talent, Marvel's new Blade movie has found its director. While a deal is not yet done, sources tell Deadline that Bassem Tariq, best known for directing the Riz Ahmed film Mowgli, is in talks to helm the new adaptation of the popular comic that Mahershala Ali is set to play with the iconic vampire hunter. Stacey Osei Kuffour is on board to pen the script, and with Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige producing. Marvel had no comment. Feige, Ali, and studio execs have been meeting with dozens of candidates going all the way back to fall, at one point considering writer-director options before ultimately separating the two and tapping Osei Kuffour to pen the script. Since her hiring, Marvel shortened the list of possible director choices and started another round of meetings that started in March and went through June. Those that made the final cut delivered their final presentations over time, and in the end, it was Tariq's vision that ultimately won the parties over. So still, at the end of the day, I don't know who this guy is.
I haven't seen any of his films.
Yeah, no, he's just, I guess he's, they say best known for, but I'm guess he's just a foreign director. Like, I don't know nothing.
Right.
Nothing about him. This could go back to XR's point about Marvel just hiring POCs, and not saying that this guy,
right,
isn't the best man for the job, but because the article goes on to say Tariq marks the sixth person of color to direct the movie for Marvel, joining Ryan Coogler, Zoe Shao, Destin Creighton, Taika Waititi, and Nia DaCosta, the latter of whom were recently named director of Captain Marvel sequel. Feige has made it his mission in recent years to diversify not only the cast appearing in front of the camera, but those behind it as well, and recent hires have proven that. So, like I said, I'm just speaking on what you know what I'm saying Marvel's direction is going, seem like they are all about diversity hires, right?
Mhm.
Now that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not the right person for the job, or you don't, you haven't kicked butt to get where you at in life for your with your position and everything. But it does seem that they are reaching for the diversity hire. And as stated, I don't know nothing about dude.
Right.
But with that being said, do you think this is a good thing for the Blade? I mean, because now I guess we can get some traction going. Um, maybe some script, you know what I'm saying? Some leaks might start happening, or just,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Even if a script don't leak, maybe some speculation, we get to know what's going on, what the synopsis
Right.
is,
Give us an idea of what we're gonna see.
right? What we're working with. Because as of right now, we don't have nothing. It was announced 2 years ago now, 3 years ago,
Almost, yeah.
and we still don't have a clue as to what's going on. But that Mahershala Ali is in it. Now there's been rumors that Wesley Snipes, is supposed to be
It's
showing
played a
back up. Right.
multiverse Blade.
How you feel about that?
I don't necessarily have a problem with that.
hmm
I just don't want to see two of them running around in the same, you know what I'm saying, continuity.
Right.
If
Both.
we're gonna see a multiverse Blade, let him be in another, you know what I'm saying, universe.
hmm
Not in this one. I don't want to see him come in contact.
Okay. I'm with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with that. Like, like I said, I think we should have Wesley should be Dracula. I think it would work with
I
him.
think he should be the villain for
Right, being
sure.
the villain, you know what I'm saying? On some aspect like that, I think it would just fit in naturally. Him
Right.
being a villain. Plus, it would be a throwback, you know what I'm saying, to him playing Blade. And I think that would be the best way to work it.
Right.
But those in the comments, let me know how y'all feel about Blade and finally having a director. Like I said, I'll
Yep.
go back and check on this guy's resume and
Yeah,
see
I'm
what's
gonna
good.
check out his films.
But yeah, I don't know nothing about Cuz. So let us know in the comments, stuff like that. Off to the next. We're just gonna keep it moving, man.
Okay.
I have Werewolf by Night. It's supposed to either be showing up in the MCU or maybe possibly getting his own series.
I thought I saw something about werewolves in the MCU, right?
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how familiar you are with the character.
I know the character. I just, like I said, I haven't read all of his stories, but I know the character.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think he showed up in Dracula. Was it Dracula? If I'm not mistaken, he might have
Mm-hmm.
showed up as Dracula. But this article is coming from MovieWeb. It says, "Will Moon Knight introduce Werewolf by Night into the MCU?" New rumors, including comments by Kevin Smith in a recent podcast, have suggested that the MCU's Werewolf may soon be will soon be making its screen debut. Marvel's Kevin Feige has talked regularly about how the MCU is about to expand some surprising directions in the next few years. Whether that is from the merger with Fox, allowing Fantastic Four and X-Men to be brought into the Marvel fold, or delving into some of the lesser-known characters in its comic book arsenal. While we have seen a sitcom, WandaVision, are getting a legal comedy in She-Hulk and a bit of horror with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, we also know that we are going to get all mystical and supernatural with Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight, which is currently filming in Budapest. There go that word, Budapest.
Mm-hmm.
Moon Knight is one of the numerous Marvel projects heading our way soon, and at the moment, it is a mystery as to what to expect. Even after seeing Ethan Hawke in set images as one of the villains, and still not really being able to tell who he's playing. It's one of those projects, however, while there's a substantial gallery of potential other villains that could turn up in the series, there's one that Kevin Smith may have revealed to be involved in the show. According to Kevin Smith, speaking on his Fat Man Beyond podcast, he once tried to use Werewolf by Night for a Howard the Duck pitch to Hulu, but it was shut down by Jeff Lieb, Marvel TV head at the time, who said that the character of Jack Russell was being used by the movie division. While Moon Knight is a TV show rather than a movie, there are a number of things to suggest that Jack Russell could make the MCU debut in the series.
Okay.
So you think maybe that's Ethan Hawke playing Jack Russell?
It's possible. I mean, that's interesting. I hadn't read this article yet, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
It could very well be. I mean, because set photos, he's in regular clothes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it makes sense. I think
yeah.
that would be cool on to see on screen.
No, it would be. I think what team? Damn, why the? I can't remember the name of the team. It was him, the Frankenstein dude. Let me see something.
Okay,
I'm up now, man.
You're good. You're good.
It was a team he was on. What was it? The Legion of Monsters. But yeah, no, I think that would be. I think it would be dope for him to show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Visuals would be nice.
Oh yeah, man. Them using, you know what I'm saying, with the way
the
CGI is and stuff like that. Plus, we still haven't seen this. What they said it was like $100 and something million budget for Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that. I think WandaVision they said also had a budget up towards the hundreds or something like that. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like the magic stuff that they was throwing around, I could have did that with Cool Edit Pro or something like that. So I don't know about all that, but yeah, Legion of Monsters, Ghost Rider, Man Thing, Morbius, Werewolf by Night. That was the 1996 version. Then you got in the 2010s, Werewolf by Night, Frankencastle, Manphibian, Man Thing, and Cantu, the Living Mummy, and Satana. So I could see them bringing in like Satana, Hellstrom, Ghost Rider,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Werewolf by Night. You know what surprised me reading this article was Kevin Smith trying to do a
TV show
revolving around Howard the Duck. That would have been crazy.
I think it would have been.
That would have been crazy. And
a touch of that askew verse into Howard the Duck, I think it would be cool. Yeah,
that still can happen.
I'm sure it could.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Howard the Duck's supposed to make an appearance in What If?
Right. Yeah.
So it very well could happen.
Yep. It could happen. What else we got? Because, like I said, I'm not. I know Werewolf by Night, but you know what I'm saying, I haven't delved deep into, you know what I'm saying, his lore and stuff like that. But I'm all into vampires and werewolves. So if it's done right, if he shows up in Moon Knight or whatever, that'd be dope. Honestly, I don't know how this Moon Knight is gonna work out.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like they could go in a lot of different directions. We have heard nothing.
Yeah, I'm waiting because this Moon Knight could be terrible. Moon Knight could be really, really terrible, especially if they try to Deadpool him. You know what I mean? It can end up being real because he is, you know, schizo.
Right. Talks to himself.
Got all these different, you know what I'm saying, people in him and stuff. They could really mess this character up. So be on the lookout. People be on the lookout for that. Moon Knight might not just. I know it's got Oscar Isaacs in it, stuff like that. But he didn't save Apocalypse. I'll tell you that. You know, so he already got a X. You know, a strike.
Yeah, strike one.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. I hope I hope all of it comes together, and I wonder why not show up? Well, I mean, they're trying to say Moon Knight, but why not show up with Doctor Strange?
Right. Why not show up?
Because Ghost Rider's
Midnight Suns. Yeah.
Ghost Rider's supposed to show up there. Why not have Werewolf by Night show up with Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, or Blade? You know what I'm saying?
This is very true.
Something like that. That to me maybe that's might be the case, and they just have two stories jumbled up. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that does happen. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be on the lookout for it. Like I said,
me too, for sure.
I'm into werewolves, vampires, and the supernatural and all that. So it should work, man. I think it'll work. Like I said, I got faith in Kevin Feige, man. Got faith. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes, man. Let's get into this Spider-Man No Way Home.
Right.
Because I'm gonna just play this video because it came from the Cosmic Wonder. Did you you familiar with Cosmic Wonder?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's just play this video.
Okay.
And break down kind of what he's talking about.
What's going on, everybody?
So that piece right there, that was like the teaser to a teaser from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
From my understanding, he's gonna get into it.
Yeah, I watched this video. If you wanna, I can just I like I said, I watched this video too. If you want to just jump into it.
Yeah, okay. You already watched it.
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, well, cool.
Mm-hmm. Let's jump into it.
Matter of fact, let's just get into winning. Let's just jump, like you said, let's just jump into it.
Right.
So the teaser, you think that's for real, fake?
I mean, I've never heard of them to do a teaser for a teaser. I've never heard of that. So I maybe that's a Sony thing. But I've never heard of Marvel doing that.
Right, because this is supposedly leaked from Sony Japan.
Right.
So maybe they do it like that over there, but kind of like what he said, why cover up the date?
That's what I was thinking. Why? It makes no sense.
Yeah, just go ahead and say, all right, we got the trailer coming July whenever. Now, do you think that the trailer is coming July whenever?
What did they say, the 25th, 23rd?
It was 22nd.
Okay, so that's Thursday.
Right. Which would be what movie comes? It's a Snake Eyes.
G.I. Joe, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would be crazy to put it on that film, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, what I don't know about as far as the trailer, I guess, are we getting a teaser trailer or are we getting a trailer?
I have no idea.
Because I've heard different things as far as the time length of the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that I'm pretty sure I heard 2 minutes and 20 seconds or 2 minutes and 43 seconds or something like that. So that's not a teaser. That's a trailer.
Right. No, that's
a trailer. Right. Yeah. So
yeah, that's a trailer.
And that's what I'm thinking. We already got a teaser for this movie. We need a trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand. I wouldn't think that a teaser for a trailer. I don't think that makes sense. Why, like you said, why would they cover up the date?
Right.
So I'm thinking it could be right, but it just, it's a trailer. It's not a teaser.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
I'm saying. Yeah, I think the trailer, it'll be a trailer. It won't be a teaser for a teaser, like you said.
For sure.
This isn't a teaser for a teaser. It's actual trailers coming.
Right.
And it could be, the date was covered up, so all we really got was July 20. You know what I'm saying? But attaching it to something that's not even Sony or Marvel related, that's kind of genius if you think about it.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? That's really kind of genius because who's looking, you know what I'm saying? You go to the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie, you're not expecting to see a Spider-Man trailer, attached to it or whatever. So
I just wonder if they're going to release it on IGN or GameSpot or any of that first.
It'll be spoiled way before 8 or 9 o'clock that day when or that evening when the theaters open up and begin showing Snake Eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We'll get it that morning.
I think so. Probably like 10 o'clock. Yeah.
We'll get it that morning. But okay. Now that nonsense is out of the way, let's talk about these leaks, man.
Okay.
So
they basically confirmed the big one.
Well, let's start from the top. Right.
Okay.
Peter goes to Doctor Strange, tells him he wants him to cast a spell to make everybody forget.
Even before that, jump ahead to him being on trial and Matt Murdock being his lawyer.
Matt Murdock, his lawyer, right? Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the way they open this film.
Me neither. Me neither.
I think that the opening to this film is going to show how whatever villains are in this timeline
Get
got
here.
there.
Yep.
That's the opening.
Yep.
That's the whole first credit scene. The exposition.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you cut right back into how can you tie that into the story?
Right.
That's the movie's gonna open with our villains.
Yep. I 100% agree.
That's why I don't know that I believe this leak is true.
If we're getting those villains.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Yeah. If we're getting those villains, we need the fact that we need to establish them and how they get to where they are before the title screen even shows up.
Right.
Before we even know what movie we're watching.
Right.
Yeah.
So like you said, Matt Murdock being the lawyer.
Why? What makes him want to be the lawyer?
I guess he had Matt Murdock money. Well, Foggy probably took pity, you know what I'm saying, gave the case to Matt. Matt went ahead and did it. I think he'll only be in it for a quick second. I think Foggy will be in it and Matt will be in it.
I don't know.
We won't get any Daredevil. I'm just saying if it does happen.
Oh, it definitely.
Yeah, if it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it happens, we won't get any Daredevil action or anything like that. Okay, so from the courthouse, then he goes to Doctor Strange. Him and Doctor Strange aren't even, well, I guess now they're trying to make them bosom buddies, but you know what I'm saying? It ain't like they were close just because they were snapped and, you know what I'm saying, was on Titan together don't mean that they was close.
Right. And here's my thing. Another thing. If he's on trial for murder, he just gets to go.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
He had the bail money, man.
From who?
He bonded out.
That's what I'm saying. I never seen, you know what I'm saying, murder and it doesn't make sense.
Especially if he's Spider-Man.
Right.
Oh, if he's Spider-Man, he ain't going nowhere.
No.
Because he's a menace. Remember, he's already a menace.
Right.
Nobody granting him bond or bail or anything like that.
No, not at all. You're too much of a liability for us to have to catch you again.
Now I got to catch you again. If I can, you're Spider-Man.
Right. If we even caught you in the first place, because I'm pretty sure he's going to turn himself in if there's anything.
Mm-hmm. You think maybe that's where Craven comes in? Because remember, in this leak, and I hate to fast forward and jump over a lot of stuff, but they said he'll be fighting the Sinister Six, but they didn't know who the sixth person was.
I think it's Vulture.
You think it's Vulture?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Vulture
that makes
Vulture
sense.
And Scorpion, because why would it be? We're getting 3 Spider-Man. You need 2 villains from every Spider-Man.
Right.
From every single one of them. So from Toby, you're getting Green Goblin and you're getting Doc Ock. From Andrew, you're getting Electro, and you'll probably get we might get Rhino might probably be a possibility, but I'm not 100% sold on that. I'm thinking Electro and maybe the Lizard.
Okay.
Yeah. And then from Tom Holland, we're getting Vulture and Scorpion as a new character.
You think it's going to be the same actor who played Scorpion?
Yeah.
Same guy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about, and I mean, it's kind of redundant, but what about Shocker?
He's established. But
right. And that's what I mean.
They established him as a secondary villain, though.
Well, they had 2 Shockers at the time. You had the white guy, and then you had Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah, he didn't take it until later in the film. So yeah, I mean, and he wasn't. Was he Herman Schultz?
I don't know who he was. I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah. So,
and it's hard to find those movies on streaming. I haven't seen them streaming anywhere.
Only place I've seen them.
That's the only place.
Stars. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like Shocker's a secondary villain. They're not going to make him a mainstay, I don't think.
Do you know what? He even said that he thinks Mysterio will come back.
See, it would have to be a multiverse Mysterio. Okay,
so you think you're with he's dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig that.
Right. That. And here's, like I said, like we said before, I think that I don't think that Spider-Man ever gets caught. I don't think that the jail or the courtroom scene,
Right.
I think that's all bullshit. Because
Well,
like I said, why would Spider-Man let them catch him? If
that and it,
everybody knows and if he's on trial, why would he be able to go to Doctor Strange
not
for
the
him to even
strangers.
do
Yeah.
the spell?
Why
Man,
would and why would Strange even do the spell?
right. Why would he agree to that?
Hmm. But I'm gonna tell you this: it confirms one thing of him not being the Sorcerer Supreme.
That's very true.
Making a mistake and opening up. You know what I'm saying, and letting 4 or 5 villains come through.
Right.
But going back to those villains, they all said they have one thing in common. This was right before Spider-Man killed him.
Right.
Spider-Man ain't no killer, man. Not like that.
Right.
All of them died. You know what I'm saying? Died at the hands of Spider-Man.
But that's the thing.
I'm trying to wrap my
Doc
head
Ock
around that.
didn't die to
Right.
Spider-Man. He killed himself.
Uh-huh.
Electro didn't really die to Spider-Man either. He overloaded his power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about the only one and Green Goblin didn't die. He killed himself.
Mm-hmm.
So Spider-Man is not a killer. So that's what I don't understand. How? If he knows where they come from, they're not, you know what I'm saying? They know that Spider-Man didn't kill him.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to. That's one of the things that's. Like I said, I'm trying to wrap my head around everybody
This leak
saying
is bullshit, and that's what I think. I think it's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Like I think certain aspects of it might be somewhat true, like we're getting the characters, but I honestly think, like I said, it's a bounty hunter film. Like all, you know what I'm saying, these people are hired. All whole Sinister Six are hired, you know what I'm saying, to catch Spider-Man
Right, because they've been talking about a Sinister Six movie since Toby.
for a long time.
Right. Well, shit. Let's even talk about how. So Peter takes sympathy for the villains that he supposedly killed and lets them out.
Nah. Makes
You see
no
what I'm saying?
sense.
Like that
Right.
makes
0 sense.
is he 5? He a
Right.
kid? Like, I mean, he's a kid, but he ain't no kid like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He done been to space, fought Thanos, you know what I'm saying? All types of situations.
You
So
telling me like he let them out of using magic?
right, that's another. I mean, and that's okay. So
That's what I'm saying. Any
the suit leaks
prison
that we got.
right.
How does all that tie back into the suit leaks? The black suit with the, you know what I'm saying? Doctor Strange's magic using powers and stuff like that. How does all that tie back into those suits
I don't know
from
that
this
it
leak?
can. Right. I don't know that it can. How? It says nothing about suit changes in
or
this leak.
right.
It says nothing about why they have
Uh-huh.
an integrated suit.
You also brought up him getting them out of this cube, this jail or whatever, that is magically sealed. And the only
Right.
person who can break that is either a stronger
A
magic
magic
user
user.
or the person who cast the spell.
Right.
Because that was already told in what was that end game
Right.
when Ebony Maw tried to take the time stone and he couldn't get into it. So I don't know, man. This is like you. I mean, it's bullshit. Like you said, bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's not adding up, and a lot of people getting hyped for it, and they're not even thinking about how this doesn't
it's
even.
not making sense.
It doesn't track with the previous 2 films.
And that's why I keep hearkening back to the fact of we're looking at how these 3 properties in WandaVision, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange are all supposed to tie into each other.
Right.
We know how they tie into to each other.
Right.
The multiverse.
Multiverse.
We know this already. So I honestly think that, you know what I'm saying, in the events of, you know what I'm saying, WandaVision, like I said, it says they happened in the past when Spider-Man happens.
Right.
So, right. I mean, I feel like we already know in the Spider-Man universe, multiverse is already happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's already established. You know what I'm saying? That shit's already going on in the background. And like we said, Strange is already trying to clean up that mess.
Yeah,
So
because not to cut you off. Remember when Mysterio showed up, he was like, "Oh, I'm from a different universe." They didn't say what, or you know what I'm saying,
nope.
nothing. They just took that like it was gospel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Peter didn't. Wait, there's a multiverse? Yeah. He acknowledged it right offhand.
Mm-hmm. So,
But the scrolls, they knew
yep.
already. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, well, I mean, he had to have gotten that knowledge from
From
somewhere.
somewhere, right? Right. I mean, why? Because why would he even say that? Why he couldn't just be another hero stopping the
Right.
elementals or whatever?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like all he had to do was say,
Mhm.
"Yep, the elementals they showed up." Not from a different dimension. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? This could have been a leftover from Thanos. It could have been anything.
Nobody knows
Aliens. You know what I'm saying? He could have blamed it on anything
anything.
that's actually native to their universe or their known things that's already happened in these MCU films. Why even say I'm from a different universe? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because was Beck supposed to be dead in the regular unit? What, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where was Beck? The actual, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not Oscorp, the actual Stark Industries employee.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from a, you know what I'm saying, different universe and you're not that Beck, then where's the other Beck?
Right.
Nobody went, Nick Fury didn't go look for that. Nobody went, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It just kind of crazy. These leaks, like I said, they don't coincide with the other two films. With this being a trilogy, they should still be in line, and it's all been the same director, correct?
Mm-hmm. With John Watts.
Yeah. So everything should fall in line with what happened from the first one because if you watch the first film and the second film, they played the same way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They play the same way. So my thing is the third film should, for the most part, play the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And those leaks don't make it sound like it's going to play the same way.
No, it's not the same type of film.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So him releasing, let's get back into the leaks. He releases them from their prison. I don't know where Strange is. I don't know where Wong is, but they end up getting out of the sanctum, right?
Okay.
They go and they start demolishing New York City. Why?
Mm-mm.
Like, what's the reason to tear up New York City when they're all from New York City?
Right.
Like, if I'm from a different dimension and I just came back from death, basically, I want to go see my loved ones, right?
A new lease on life, right?
Yeah, I want to go see my loved ones, see what's going on.
Their motivations aren't even the same.
Yeah.
They don't have any of the same ties at this universe.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that makes no sense.
None.
No Avengers was there to show up. No Shield or whatever remnants of, you know what I'm saying, Shield or Hammer or whatever we're calling it today. They didn't show up.
As far as I'm concerned, where was, you know what I'm saying?
Fantastic Four.
Right. Where was, I mean, we're in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Where was, who else am I thinking of? Who else is established right now in New York?
Well, you would have, well, now she's in Jersey. I was going to say Miss Marvel, but she would be in Jersey. Hawkeye, I don't know what his situation is, but, they're all headquartered in New York.
Right.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they were back and forth from the South to DC and New York. Wanda, well, she's off doing what she does. Strange is the only one who's there in New York.
Right.
No Bruce Banner. But that's another thing. Bruce and Jennifer, they should all be in New York.
Yep. Makes no sense as to why nobody else would have answered the call of 6 supervillains stomping around New York.
Right. Tearing
Makes
shit
no
up.
sense. Right. Makes no sense. We have all these other heroes here that could help.
Hmm.
Why would we need to go in to get multiverse Spider-Man?
We just got super soldiers and
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I'm
We got
saying,
people
all of
who can
that.
fight.
So where is it?
Right.
But
Makes
you
no
know, I
sense.
guess I understand it. We didn't have the budget to be paying all these people.
I mean, I
um,
get it, but for
right,
you to
but it
put
makes
mm,
the sense still needs to be there. And
mhm.
I guess that's what I'm saying. The common sense still needs to be there, and I'm not seeing that happening. Not with these leaks.
Not with a leak that's supposed to be for a movie that we know is supposed to tie into something that's already
Hmm.
established.
And also, this makes it seem like Doctor Strange 5-second cameo.
Right. He might be there for just a few minutes. Nah, I don't think so.
5-second cameo. Does he even accomplish his spell of making everybody forget? Because Peter doesn't go back to jail or to court or anything like that. Does this all happen in one day?
You know what would be pretty interesting?
What's up?
Because I keep hearing the One More Day storyline.
Mm-hmm.
We kept getting all those different. We kept getting all the Mephisto
Right.
claims.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be the ultimate like switch to actually pull that One More Day storyline and actually include Mephisto into the
Mephisto.
story? Man,
That would. I mean,
I feel like that would be like, and then it really just goes totally wrong. You know what I'm saying?
which it did go
Right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It just goes totally wrong.
Because even Miles has his One More Day moment also in the comics. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mephisto reverses time for him so he can. Okay, and this is going off on a tangent, but Miles is in the group the Champions with Miss Marvel, and you know what I'm saying. Basically, they like the Young Avengers, right?
Right.
Something terribly goes wrong, and I think Hulkling, not Hulkling, it was Amadeus Cho. I forgot what he calls himself. Miss Marvel and another teammate, they end up dying, and Miles couldn't get there in time. So Mephisto says, "Hey, I don't want nothing. You know how Mephisto do. He was like, I don't want nothing, but I'll reverse time and give you enough time to go. Okay, I know what it was. I'll take it back. He had to either save his teammates or the girl. It was a girl. He ended up saving his teammates. Girl ended up dying. So now he has to live with that on his consciousness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Mephisto reversed time for him. You know what I'm saying? So he can save the team, let the girl die. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But now he has to live with that on his conscience. Now let's take it back to the actual One More Day with Peter and the promise that Mephisto gave Peter.
Yep.
Which was getting Mary Jane back, correct? If I remember correctly. But did that restore everybody knowing who he was as Spider-Man, correct?
That's what I think. I think he wanted his identity restored.
I gotta look.
Yeah, look it up.
It's been a minute since I read it.
He wanted everybody to forget that he was Spider-Man. I think that's what his One More Day was.
Let me double check. One More Day is a 4-part comic book story. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Spider-Man has some dope storylines.
Right.
So One More Day begins. Maybe Spider-Man. Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Aunt May died.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was. So, where's Mephisto? It says Mephisto then changes history so that Peter and Mary Jane were never married, and no one remembers whose face is underneath the Spider-Man's mask. Peter wakes up alone in bed once again, living with Aunt May. He goes to a party being held by his best friend Harry Osborn, who had previously died in Spider-Man 200. Also introduces Lily Hollister and Carly Cooper. Afterwards, Peter views Mary Jane sadly leaving the party. The comic and storyline end with all the guests toasting to a brand new day. So there it is. That's what it was. Aunt May died.
Right.
So he wanted that to happen. So yeah, man. You know that could actually work. Like I said, man, we might have this
We might be
totally
way
wrong.
off.
Totally wrong. Might not be no other Peters, but the one that we already got. And like you said, one more day. The multiversal thing could be. What if it's Mephisto trapped in the cube?
That's what I was thinking. What if it's Mephisto trapped, or whoever they want to use, and they are reaching out to him, and he releases them.
Right, because who better to get you to trick you into releasing them than the devil himself,
Right.
Mephisto. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that,
Right.
because it just doesn't make sense to have these 5 beings trapped in this prison, and as evil as Norman Osborn is, and as
right,
you got Electro, you got who else they said, Doc Ock. Like they look, you know what I'm saying? They don't even look like I should be letting them out.
Nope. They look like they could cause trouble.
So why would I do that?
Yep.
And if I'm trusting Doctor Strange to reverse time or to make everybody forget,
I trust his prison. I trust that he's got people locked up for a reason.
Why wouldn't I trust? Right? Why would I trust that he's got these people locked up for a reason? That to me, I don't know, man.
Nope.
That's a stretch.
No.
What they said, the final, they keep throwing the Statue of Liberty thing in here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Final battle, Statue of Liberty. Peter versus, well, it's not Peter, it's 3 Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six.
That's a lot going on screen.
Yeah, and you know what the leaks didn't say? They didn't say they get trapped into a different universe, and that was totally completely left out.
Mm-hmm.
Would that even play it? Because to me, that was still No Way Home.
Yep.
And remember when I first said it, I said this might be for the villains. They don't have no way to get back home.
Right.
As more leaks start coming out, especially with the one that's saying that they got trapped on the other side into Toby, you know what I'm saying, into that Sam Raimi verse.
Right.
I said, okay, nobody has a way home.
Nope.
Peter's stuck. You know what I'm saying? The villains are stuck. They just stuck on that side.
Yep.
Now I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on. That title makes no sense with this leak.
Yep. They've all got to get stuck somewhere.
Makes no sense with this leak. Like you said, somebody has to get stuck somewhere. And it seems like I think what they said, Doctor Strange offered to take them back to their universe or something like that.
What?
Is that what he said? Oh no, you know what? I'm sorry. It was when Peter let him out. He said I think he said he was going to try to help them get back to their universe.
Why?
And how?
Right.
Maybe that's when he dons that black and gold suit, man, and goes, you know what I'm saying? Spider hopping through the universe. The universe eye. The universe is I don't know, man.
Now, you know what? Like we said, another way that I could see them having the multiple Spider-Man, and this is the only other way that I see this happening, is Tom Holland plays multiple Spider-Man. From Spider-Man, but Tom Holland.
That's what I'm leading at.
And that would make a lot of sense as to why all these actors have said, nope, we're not in it.
Yep.
And I can say that and then tell you that, nope, we're not in it. And then all of the hype and all that stuff with this movie, I feel like, right.
Blows it up. Skyrocket to the moon.
I feel like they think they have a solid enough story and they can appease enough fans. Now, do I really think that the Sinister Six is going to happen? 100%, probably, most definitely. But are they going to be called are they going to be called the Sinister Six? No. Are they going to be working together? Probably not. I feel like I said, there's a bounty on Spider-Man, and there are just 6 villains coming after his ass, and they just say, hey, maybe we can team up at the end and take him down.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm like I said, I'm content with the switch. If not Tom Holland, if Garfield and Toby don't show up, I would laugh my ass off in that theater.
You know what? I probably would laugh out loud.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I would have a good time watching Spider, because
no doubt.
I
Because,
think
like I said, if they don't have this particular storyline that everybody's looking for, they have something better.
yeah.
I think because they could have thrown the money and got them and put that on screen if that's what they thought everybody wanted. But I feel like they have something better.
What's the stakes?
Right? What is the reason? What's the reasoning? I mean,
we
these
don't have
villains are right. The stakes aren't there. There's no threat.
we just got 6 guys running around New York. Okay.
I've seen one Spider-Man take on the Sinister Six at one time.
Yeah, right.
3 of them, Sinister Six ain't got no chance.
No chance.
I don't care what Sinister Six it is.
Yep.
3 Spider-Man could probably take on, you know what I'm saying, shit, most of the villains in the Marvel universe, right?
Yeah, by himself.
Right.
Let alone 3 of them.
Right.
Yeah, because the more I think about it, I'm like, what's the stakes? It's 6 guys running around New York. Who really has superpower? Okay, we got Electro who could turn to electricity. He's the outlier, right?
Not necessarily because Strange is magic.
Well, no, I'm just talking about from a regular, like if the police shows up, like police, police or
I got you.
Somebody like that.
Right.
Everybody else can be taken down in the traditional manner, bullets.
Right.
One Spider-Man wrapping them up, you know what I'm saying? Boom, that would be easy. And that would be the end, end of the movie. That's like a 10-minute, 15. That's a short to me.
That's a short film.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I said, they keep throwing the Statue of Liberty in. I don't know what purpose it serves. I don't know if it's use it as some kind of antenna because I guess with these leaks, something, it's a lot of stuff missing. That's the only thing that I could say. This is just the outline or
now, like I said, I keep going back to it being dressed up like Captain America too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, like I said, if we're looking at this film, it takes place probably 8 months after the snap. And that what was Far From Home was how far after the snap? Probably at least a few months, 5 months, 6 months. I think it was 8 months though.
So I have to double check, but yeah, you're right. So this would be a whole new school year.
Yep.
Which would, if he went to school, let's say he came back springtime, I don't know. Well, now even that don't make sense. I think he came back at the beginning of that school year. I don't think school has started yet. No. I remember them talking about with their 5 years disappearing, you know what I'm saying? They was trying to, I don't even know if that time, now that I think about it, I don't know if that timeline fits. That means all his friends were snapped with him because that was still the same class.
Yep. Ned would have been snapped. MJ. Yeah, they all would have been snapped.
I need to go back and watch that, man. The timeline is a little funky on that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like that's where the answer is. We know what's going to happen already. They've already set it up somehow. Nobody's paid attention.
What if we're watching a what if movie? I hate to say it. What if this is in a whole new? Because, like I said, that snap comes back. That timeline with why? So nobody from his class didn't get snapped. Just everybody, right? The teachers. Like, what's the? You know what I'm saying? When the Avengers was fighting, half of them left.
Right.
Cap was there. Bucky left. Iron Man was there. Rhodey left. You know what I'm saying? No, Rhodey stayed. Bucky. No, Rhodey did.
Rhodey was not snapped.
He wasn't.
Nope.
You're right. Because they was. Yep. You're right.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? So the odds of his whole class being snapped is kind of weird to me.
This is very true.
And the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of didn't explain the protocol of the snappers, those who were snapped coming back either. You know what I'm saying? They just put it back to class and went about their business. And went on a field trip.
Right.
But Yeah, that timeline is just funky. And like I said, I'm just throwing this out. What if this is a whole different universe we're dealing with this? You know what I'm saying? With Spider-Man, they all got snapped back, kind of like when Loki went back to the TVA.
Right.
It was a whole different TVA, similar but different.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What if the same thing is happening with Spider-Man?
Well, if you think about it, everybody's been snapped for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
If we're getting a multiverse and branch timelines, how many branch timelines opened up during the snap?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're talking, the snap would have been
A Nexus event.
a Nexus event.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, how, like you said, you can't, it's going to happen no matter what.
Right.
It's going to happen no matter what. Even Nexus beings got caught in snap.
Yeah, which is
We
weird.
know this
Mm-hmm.
already. So that's what I'm saying. That was a big Nexus event.
Mm-hmm.
And it has significance still. It has significance on the story. I really believe that during the snap that weakened all the walls to all the realities, different.
The veil came down.
Yeah, all the factions from these different universes and dimensions and all that, they're around.
Yeah.
They're around. If they wanted to
veil
use
dropped.
Mephisto,
They got him.
he's there.
Yep.
They want to use Shumagorath, he's there.
He's there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because where does Shumagorath
Chthon,
come from?
right? The chaos dimension.
No, I'm just saying, like, what makes him show up?
Oh,
know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, okay, Shumagorath. Well, what is Doctor Strange doing for him to just show up?
Right. I think they're all fighting for power.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All these different, I guess, souls that are now back from this Nexus event. So I guess it says they're all trapped in the Soul Stone. For some reason, I don't buy that.
Oh, you're talking about the people who got snapped?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't buy that. My personal opinion, you want to know where I feel like they really went?
Mm-hmm.
Their souls probably went to the dark dimension.
Well,
or the chaos dimension or wherever. They were just displaced.
Remember when Thanos got the Soul Stone, he saw where Gamora was at. He saw that Gamora was in the stone.
Right.
The same thing should have happened when Clint got the stone.
Right.
But it
doesn't show what he saw. It shows him waking up
with
the stone in his hand.
So I don't think that happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
they all went to the Soul Stone. Doesn't make sense.
He would have saw him in the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
He would have saw him in the Soul Stone.
Right.
Another thing I'm gonna throw out, if we're pulling from comics, which they've already kind of pulled from this comic, but let's say they continue pulling from it, which is Wanda, House of M, right?
Yep.
Spider-Man played a big part in House of M. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What if, because the way I'm looking at it, we're talking different dimensions and stuff. What's up, XR? What's up, bro? In House of
That's
M,
good, XR, yeah.
You know, they all of them basically were brainwashed by Wanda.
Yep.
What if Spider-Man started coming to, kind of like how Wolverine, you know what I'm saying? What if he's playing Wolverine's role in this? You see what I'm saying? Because Wolverine was
snapped out of it and I see what's going on.
Who knew what was going on because of how old he was. You see what I'm saying? Because since Wolverine was so old or whatever, it sounds crazy, but she couldn't mess with his mind as much.
Right.
And he was going around waking, you know what I'm saying, trying to tell everybody, nah, man, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? What if that, you know, what if they pull it? Not saying that they totally go that whole route, but what if they throw a little bit of that in there?
If it's like it's a facade, maybe we're still under the veil of, maybe she's still in control.
Oh, I just threw another one out there.
I feel like I know where you're coming. When she expanded the wall.
Well, yeah, all of that.
All of that.
Ooh. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And then let me pivot from
And
that.
she was reading the Darkhold
Darko,
too.
yeah.
Ooh.
Let me pivot from that. We were talking about the Soul Stone.
Yep.
We know Spider-Man got snapped. What if this is what's going on inside the Soul Stone?
No shit. That would be dope.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if, I mean, because let's look at the title, No Way Home. How do I get back out? You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
supposedly they got snapped. We don't know what happened when they got snapped. Were they trapped in said dimension? Were they trapped? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're using TVA type situations. What if everybody was still themselves, but just on this planet or on this world or whatever? What if that's what this is? Because think about the leaks. You got these 5 guys show up and just start tearing up shit
Right.
for no reason. They don't go, like, something had to make them mad to where, you know what I'm saying, they come to this New York and they're like,
Start wrecking shit.
right, nothing is the same. Somebody finds out their daughter is dead or you know what I'm saying, the wife
Right.
or whatever, and that's what makes everybody mad because it's not the world that they're from.
Right.
Hell, maybe they were snapped in their timeline. Then, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. This is where all the snap people go.
Right.
Just like all the Lokis and everything went to limbo or not limbo, you know, the edge of time. This is what happened with all the people in the snap, and that's why it's No Way Home, because they don't have a way home until Hulk snaps them back.
Makes sense. Wanda got snapped. Strange is snapped.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's who's showing up in these movies.
Right. Right. It makes sense, dude.
I'm like, why is Wanda? Because Wanda's supposed to show up too, right?
Yep.
So why is she in the movie? And we haven't even seen a leak from her being in the movie.
You know, one leak that I did see that was interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
The leak of the Daily Bugle and the Where Are the Children?
Yep, I forgot about that. Yep, the posters on the
Yep,
the wall and everything.
Wanda snatching kids up, looking for hers. I think in this film, I feel like that plays some kind of part in this movie.
Is it Wanda or is it Mephisto?
Looking for those two.
Yeah, you know, or Shumagorat.
That's very true.
You ever heard of character called Nightwalker?
Nightwalker.
When I first started reading comics, that was like one of the first comics I read was Nightwalker.
Okay.
And was it Nightwalker? Let me pull up. I'll pull up a picture.
Okay.
Of it. I think it was Nightwalker. I might be. You know what? Was it Nightwalker? Was it Dreamwalker? Something like that. Let me see. Sleepwalker. I'm tripping. Sleepwalker. Show you a picture of him real quick. I think he would be dope to introduce. XR, you ain't got nothing to say, guy? XR was on here yesterday showing out, man.
Yeah.
This guy, you ever seen this guy? All right, let's try to bring up his origin. If I remember correctly, he's got something to do with like Nightmare and all that stuff like that. So where are we at? Okay.
And that's another thing that I feel like it might be more of a Nightmare character than Mephisto.
Well, yeah, that's why I brought up this guy. He's not a bad guy, but he can be used in said place. I need something real quick to tell me about it.
Yeah, XR, you need to go back and watch our segment on Spider-Man.
I'm like reading this comment. Yeah, we
Oh.
don't feel. I don't. I've lost faith that they're showing up in this film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lost faith. I think they're going a totally different direction.
Don't be mad, XR.
No,
When
yeah,
they
don't be
show
upset
up.
if they don't show up.
Don't be mad. Enjoy it.
I feel like they paid them to keep for their silence. That's nothing but publicity for this film.
Or I would say this: if they do show up, it's not in the capacity that you think they're going to show
Maybe
up.
we'll see them off in the distance. It'll be like an Easter egg.
Yep.
Flash through their little multiverse real quick. See them fighting real quick. Maybe even cut through one of their timelines and they're, you know what I'm saying? And they're just redoing one of the scenes from the film. Cut through that scene.
Yeah, so if they don't show up at all, or they don't show up in the capacity that you want, don't be upset, because I'm trying to tell you, it's some shady stuff going on with this movie.
No doubt about that.
She originally called the character alien to rule the sky. Blah, blah. I hear you, man.
No, I hear you. I hear you, but
nah, don't be that way.
I don't like I said, I don't have faith in it anymore.
Don't be that way. Like, and we could be totally off, man.
But I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's too much. I'm gonna just send this to you. It's too much to like read and stuff, man. But
okay, yeah, let's paraphrase.
Cause that's what I was looking at his wiki, and I didn't, because I thought they quit making. I hadn't seen it in like forever.
Right.
But I guess he showed back up later on. Let me just, I'm gonna copy this and let you look at it. XR gonna be mad.
And another thing I'm thinking about, we kick back to these suits and how it really could tie into what we're talking about. What if they're not inter multiversal travel suits? What if they're just interdimensional travel?
Okay, explain.
So we're looking at not traveling through the different timelines because that's time.
Right.
We don't have the time stone. Doctor Strange cannot do that right now.
Yeah, that's another thing that's like,
he can't travel through time.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about timelines. You feel me? So I'm thinking instead of timelines, we're looking at we're dimension hopping in this film.
But because, see, that needs to be explained.
Well, and I feel like that's how they're tying in. You know what I'm saying? How they're saying, oh, well, how Loki sets up this. Because we're looking at time in Loki. We're looking at multiverse. We're looking at different branches of time. I thought it was kind of funny that the director or the writer for Rick and Morty is writing for Loki. In Rick and Morty, they dimension hop.
Right. Yeah.
It's not time, it's different dimensions.
Dimensions, right.
Right.
Well, that's what I always looked at it as. That's why the one thing when all the different Lokis showed up, the female Loki, the alligator Loki, you know what I'm saying? Like that didn't make sense to me. Not timeline wise.
Nope.
Because you have to have a starting point in order to change time.
That's what I'm saying. We're talking about totally different characters here.
Right.
They wouldn't have had the same start.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I feel like this movie is dimension hopping.
Okay.
Not necessarily time hopping, dimension hopping.
Mm-hmm. I can buy that.
Because why would there be an integrated suit for time travel?
Yeah.
The time travel suits are already there.
Already there, right.
We're integrating this suit with magic that, like I said, he doesn't have the time stone. So how can Doctor Strange travel through time? How can he manipulate time at all without the time stone?
Or why is there even a integrated suit, to begin with?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Dimension hopping. They're looking for people. Some way, somehow, they're trying to figure out where people are. And like I said, I feel like it harkens back to where the children. Somebody's snatching kids up looking for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe since Peter's still considered, a child.
Yeah.
Boom, you might be getting snatched up too.
Oh, okay. So you think
That's what I'm thinking.
Wanda might show up snatching?
No,
Or
maybe
somebody, not
not her.
Wanda,
Someone
or
evil
somebody.
is coming up snatching, and she's looking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we're talking about at the end of WandaVision, she heard her kids yelling out to her,
Right.
like somebody was taking them
Mm-hmm.
or had them hostage
Right,
or whatever.
right.
So that's what I'm saying. That's where this movie is going. I feel like this is to throw everybody off of those leaks that already happened.
I look. Well, I remember them saying it was like 5 or 6 scripts floating around.
Right.
So that already
Tells
lets me
me
know.
that
Yeah.
the main one they keep talking about is bullshit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because they keep got what they said, Grace Randolph. They said who
Right.
else? They said somebody else was like, no, this is it. This is the one.
Right.
And that's
Nope. That's what I keep saying. They keep saying industry insiders
mm-hmm.
and they throw people's names around.
Right.
I feel like if Daniel Rickman knew what the real script was and he said it, they would sue the shit out of him.
Yeah. Oh, nah. He ain't leaking that shit.
Nah, man. None of these people are leaking what's really going to happen.
Not only would he be sued, but he wouldn't be an industry insider anymore.
Right. You wouldn't be an anonymous insider.
Right.
You would be the insider. Everybody's. Yeah, that's why it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's like whistleblowing.
Right.
Like
you
blew the whistle
to tell that what right. No.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can't work here no more.
Nope. Nope.
Not in this division. We're gonna, we'll move you, we'll shuffle you around, but
right.
you will no longer have access to these secrets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
because that's what I'm saying. If they were talking about this being all confirmed and all that, I feel like Sony would have come out and said, yep, this is confirmed.
Right.
At this point, why not?
Why not? Instead of trying to keep us off the scent and do all types of other stuff.
Nope.
Hold the trailer.
That's why they're holding this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're holding this trailer. That's why I feel like people are maybe going to be upset with this film, but I feel like it's going to be a good film.
No, I think it's going to be good.
I think John Watts has a really good idea.
Mm. But the comment XR just made, I agree with that.
Oh, yeah. They've jumped into it and don't know which direction they want to go going forward. I agree with that 100%.
I agree with that. Did you see Feige just had the meeting with all the other creators and stuff like that? That lets me know that they didn't know where to go.
They're like, oh, shit, we got to brainstorm now.
Yeah.
We didn't expect people to take to this.
Yep.
Like they wanted us to. That's why I feel like, we might see the multiverse going forward, but no.
They're not staying.
You got to think about it. This Spider-Man script has been done since way before they even thought about Fox characters and I think all of that. They've had
remember
these
they
movies.
were supposed to start shooting a year prior.
Thank you. So we're talking about a movie that shouldn't have anything to do with any other characters or even the multiverse. And the multiverse was a secondary thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was not the main plot point of this film. And I feel like for them to say Doctor Strange tied into this and Doctor Strange's film, they dimension hopped, not time hopped.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like they don't line up with previous films.
Nope. They surely do not.
I can see if it's, especially and that's why I asked you, is this the same director?
It's John Watts.
If it's the same director,
he's got a plan.
Right. And how he works is how he works.
Right. And that's the thing. He had to have a pitch for a trilogy because they knew they were going to make 3 Spider-Man films. These movies are planned out. It's not like it's, somebody decided we wanted to do the multiverse. And that's what everybody wants to see. See, I feel like if we're talking about pandering, they're trying to pander to comic book fans, but pander to everybody else at the same time.
At the same time. Yeah, right. I think so. I think they try to pander to both and I even brought it up yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I forgot was it Taskmaster? It was something I was talking about where I just felt like the gender swap was unnecessary. And I think it was Taskmaster. The
So
more I view
that's
it,
what I'm saying. Why would they even name her Masters? Why wouldn't they just name her something else?
mm-hmm.
They're trying to appeal to everyone at the same time.
So
It's trying to be a melting pot.
right,
It's not working.
It'll work sometimes, and sometimes it won't work.
Sometimes it won't. Right.
I think it's some holes. That's why they had that meeting. It's some holes going on. Some
We
things
got to
that they
figure
need to
these things out.
figure out, fix. Yeah, it's this, like XR said, man. It's that multiverse thing. It's a bitch.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because you're all over the place. You got how many films you got coming? You got these 3 shows you just did. You got Black Widow that just happened. You got Spider-Man coming out. You got Shang-Chi,
Eternals, Doctor Strange, Love and Thunder, Thor,
right.
Guardians of the
Galaxy. That's a lot to implement time travel or multiversal situations. At the end of the day, I don't think Thor, Love and Thunder have it. I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy nor Shang. I don't think Shang-Chi is going to be involved with it
unless they do a wraparound story. Unless they make Kang a wraparound story and say he's always been manipulating things in the background. Unless they go back and refilm and make it to where certain events didn't happen without his influence,
well,
he won't last long.
Well, see, I don't think it's gonna, as much as I love Jonathan Majors in that role and what he did,
I don't think it's gonna last long. He's not I don't think he's a 3-phase villain like they say. Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so. Unless they give us Ramatant
in the Eternals.
Right? Unless, like, I just put it to you like this: unless we get these different iterations of him per phase,
right, and then overall tie us into like a battle world,
something like that.
That's the only way they make this work. But that's the thing; they're getting ready to kill the Spider-Man character.
Yeah, because
in the MCU right now.
Yep.
So, how are they going to do that storyline without a Spider-Man? This is why I personally think that the MCU Spider-Man going forward is going to be Miles Morales. They have to have a Spider-Man. They have to. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I'm not against that. I don't want to give you any pushback on it, but I think Sony wants to keep Miles.
I don't think so. I think Sony wants Spider-Man because if you look at all the properties that Sony's trying to do, Venom, Carnage, you know what I'm saying? All these characters that tie back to
Spider-Man. Yeah.
And they tie back into Peter Parker Spider-Man, not Miles Morales.
True.
We're talking about getting a Kraven the Hunter movie with the Chameleon.
Yeah.
We're talking about them bringing Kingpin to the Spum C universe. That's all Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Right.
So let Peter Parker Spider-Man go with Sony. Marvel takes Miles Morales and these few villains and does whatever they want to do with them. And Sony has access to team up with Marvel whenever they really want to for a co-op film.
Like I said, I don't oppose that idea at all. That take is a very valid take. But I am gonna stand beside it. I think they want to keep because of how big Into the Spider-Verse was.
I get that he's a popular character, but I don't think they signed this contract with Marvel, and Marvel was just like, "Well, we're gonna let you take Tom Holland's Peter Parker, let you, and we'll just take these." No, they got something out of it.
I agree. No, like I said, I agree. I just don't. You know what I'm saying?
And I keep going back to, like I said, this Young Avengers thing. That's gonna get a push. That's gonna get a real push before they let it go.
The fans is already looking and connecting the dots on that.
And Miles Morales ties in perfectly to be a part of that team.
Yeah. You know, seems like every film or every TV show has giving us a young Avenger.
You're right. They're going
In
to
the
push
background some kind of way.
They're going to push that big time, and they're going to push with Kang. I even watched a couple videos about this today. They're going to push that Nathaniel Richards character as far as they'll take it.
Oh no, but that's why I go back to say the way for Kang to survive, like
Multiple
you said, 3
phases.
phases is that.
Yep. It's multiple versions of him, and then a big ass war at the end.
The Crimson Centurion.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Scarlet Centurion. Kang the Conqueror.
Right.
The Council of Kangs. Stuff like that has to be playing in the background.
Right.
My only issue is with the multiverse being just everywhere, so open, they can do anything, and it makes the stakes, it diminishes the stakes.
Right. Because we're going to see so many characters that we wouldn't have seen.
Right.
Without the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're going to recast a lot of characters.
Oh, yeah. That
for cheaper actors.
T'Challa's coming back.
I feel like Tony Stark is coming back.
Yeah. Well, remember I told you, remember I showed you that toy. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to say is don't forget that.
Which toy?
The Stark toy with the hologram Tony Stark inside the suit.
Yep.
Don't forget that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel you.
See, I don't think Robert Downey comes back per se, but I can do a hologram, of his likeness. Get somebody to use his voice, or I can have him do voice acting. Pay him less.
Yep.
Yep. Something like that. Or he could be in it, but he only shows up every now and then in that, artificial suit capacity. In
Robert Downey?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think so, man. I think they're recasting.
Yeah, I'm just saying if they did, what I'm saying, it wouldn't be for a film or a whole.
I feel you.
What I'm saying? If he comes back, it's quick. They do all his scenes 1 day, 2 days, something like that, because it's all going to be CGI based stuff like that. But just remember that toy is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no reason for that to be, involved in that. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think the leaks is bullshit. Let's get into what XR talking about in the in the chat. I'll start from the top. Okay. He says Tom Holland Iron Boy Jr. is just too boring for me. I'm only going to watch the movie because Toby and Andrew, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. And we talked about
be
this.
Prepared for the disappointment.
Yeah. Be prepared to be disappointed that they won't show. That it'd be a no show, no call. No call, no show.
All right.
When it comes to these two. And if they happen to come, kudos. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Right.
Cool. I'm with it.
I don't see a way to tie them in.
But yeah, it's right now the leaks just don't make sense.
I personally don't understand how we're going to have, if they're not all in, what I'm saying? If we're talking about, see, those Spider-Men keep talking about, that would harken to time, because we're getting 3 Spider-Men at different ages, different parts of their lives, different parts of their Spider-Man career.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense and then, like I said, them to be variants of each other, but from different time periods.
Right.
We're talking about variants being variants.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Doesn't make sense.
Yep. My bad. He says if they don't show up, screw Kevin Feige and Sony. Don't be mad at them, man.
Right.
They faked you out.
Right. They're trying to do that. Yeah. They're trying to not have people like us predict their stories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll just be done got you, man. It's cool. It's cool. It says, do you know Brimstone from DC? Brimstone from they'll get you again.
Yeah.
Brimstone from DC. Sounds familiar. Can't really put my finger on it. Was he an alien? I would have to look him up. I'm
Yeah,
not too familiar with him.
I didn't really read DC comics. Was more of into DC like visual media.
What else you got? I feel like they don't know what they're doing with the multiverse. We touched on that already. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to this. I'm surprised they beat DC to the punch.
Somebody said that the other day with their whole like the DC's whole continuity always tying back to Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Right.
How come Marvel beat them to the multiverse?
Yeah, to
which
their own
technically
game.
they really didn't, but
well, the reason why I would say they did is because of the way that they're implementing it
on
into
screen.
their on screen and into everything that they're doing.
You got to think about it though. WB's trying to. They just can't get the movie right.
My thing is, because I was gonna say I don't count the CW, the stuff the CW did. I'm not counting.
No. That's not the DC.
Right. I look at that as like a step up from a animated movie or you know what I'm saying, animated series or something like that. But DC with Flash, because they haven't, and the reason why you said WB's trying, but they haven't implemented it yet. Flash hasn't come out. Till we see Flash, there is no multiverse.
Right. I feel like they wanted to approach it in a specific way, and I feel like that's why they hired the director they hired for this Flash film. They want their multiverse to be lots of colors, lots of flashy. They want it to be a lot going on. And they're, like I said, their multiverse is going to be like wacky, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's going to be wacky.
Because I'm like, even introducing, I know we all love Michael Keaton as Batman.
That's wacky.
But that's right.
That's some Warner Brothers type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some Animaniacs type shit. Yeah. That's their MO.
Yep.
We're not going to get a serious film like how Marvel's trying to give us serious films. DC is acting like we're 12 years old still.
Yeah. Yep.
I agree with this comment here. This with XR's last comment. Yeah.
The one, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Since most of the time they do reshoots and delays, they fuck up the stories. All films do reshoots.
Yep.
All films
Nothing's
do reshoots.
Ever gotten right the first time.
Yeah. So don't look at that as a bad omen. With anything, like I said, all films do reshoots.
Yep.
Look at it.
It's a different perspective from the studio and the director.
Right.
That's the only time reshoots happen. When the studio's like, nope, we want this to change. Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
That is it. Because once they give it to that studio, the studio still doesn't know what to do with it. So they go and they screen it. And they take that poll. How did you, name all the things that, write your critique it real quick. And then I'm going back to the director and say, all right, out of the 100 people that we screened, 75 people said they did not like the score or the way Batman ran in this. He ran funny
or change the shit out of that.
Right. So
we want this movie to test well.
Yep.
That's all studios care about. The movie tests well, we're gonna put it out there.
Put it out there.
Yep.
Shit. Did I skip one? No. So do you think this movie is going to be as lighthearted and family friendly as Homecoming and Far From Home?
It's gonna have a dark message.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's gonna have a dark message.
But if it's same director 3 times over, it's gonna be family friendly, lighthearted. Dark message, yes.
Yep.
Family friendly, lighthearted also.
There's gonna be some real, I would say, if you look at the first 2 Spider-Man films, there was no real threat. No real like I guess big
Mysterio really wasn't a threat unless Spider-Man involved himself into what was going on with Mysterio.
Right, because what would they have really done with the Stark tech?
Right.
Just make himself out to be a superhero?
If
that wasn't really a threat.
If Vulture would have got it.
That wasn't really a threat.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if the military could have took them down.
Yeah.
The Air Force could have shot them out of the sky.
Out of the sky, right.
Right.
There was really no threat, no world, no world ending. Even
Iron Man himself could have stopped Vulture and Shocker
without even being in the suit. He could have sent one suit to do all that.
To do all of it. So there was no real threat, no real menace. Right. That's what we're going to get in this film. There's going to really be a threat now.
Right. This is the climax of the film. Show you the real threat, stuff like that. I agree,
Right.
100. Says I heard Charlie Cox won't be in No Way Home. Do you think it's true?
Yes. I don't feel like the court. There's no court, no jail, none of that.
It
Nah,
makes no sense.
doesn't make any sense.
I think they're playing up to the because this sounds like they're playing up to the fans.
Yep.
Everything involved in this leak is all fanfare.
Fanfare, fan fiction. What the fans want to see. What comic book fans want to see.
It's all fanfare.
It's all for us. It's all for the speculation on YouTube.
Yep.
Because think about it. How many days is Spider-Man No Way Home trending on YouTube?
Seems like every day.
Every day. Trending.
Yep.
It's going to be the biggest movie of the last 10 years. I feel like it's going to be way bigger than Endgame. Probably 2 or 3 times bigger just from hype. Free hype.
No doubt. I have no
free
free hype. Yep.
Because all the hype is these YouTubers making content for free.
For free. Yep. And the craziest thing is, I'm gonna tell you this. You're gonna go in, be disappointed that Tobey Maguire and everything that you thought was gonna happen didn't happen, and then you're gonna walk out of that movie theater and you're gonna say, damn, that was the dopest
Spider-Man movie I've ever seen in my life. Right.
That's what you know what I'm saying.
That's what's gonna happen. Because they're gonna establish early. Nope, they might be in it, but not for long.
And you know what? I think whenever the trailer drops, they're still gonna try to act like Toby and Andrew are in it.
Ooh, and it'll be maybe Tom Holland or maybe another Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're still gonna act like it's multiple Spider-Man swinging around.
It very well could be.
Yeah, but it won't
very
be
well
Toby
could be.
or Andrew,
right?
Like you said, or like we both agreed on, multiple Tom Hollands,
right? Maybe like a Ben Riley, Tom Holland, you know what I'm saying, or Spider-Man 2099, Miles Morales. You feel me? So I don't know, man. I like I said, there's a lot that could go with this film, but to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in these films as Spider-Man, for one, to me, from a business aspect, that's really expensive for it to not work the way I want it to be.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you got to pay Tobey Maguire to even put the costume on. He's got to have a trainer. He's got to have this. He's got to have that.
He's got a new movie coming out, and I looked at it. Because he's getting back into the acting or whatever. He didn't look.
Nope.
Spider-Man-ish.
Nope. If we see them, it's gonna be Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I don't feel like they're gonna play Peter Parker.
All right. He said, "You want to know something? I'm not hyped for Young Avengers. I want something darker. You always want something darker, man."
Yep.
Just go sit in the room with the lights off.
That's how you'll get what you want. Right.
Now, to take your comment serious, I think you will get Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts. That's coming. I think they're setting up both.
I'm thinking he's wanting to see, like, you know what I'm saying, some of these other team up films we keep talking about, like Midnight Suns.
Like Midnight Suns.
Yeah, stuff like that. And I feel like you will, man. And I feel like they will be the films you're looking for, but not.
And you gotta give it time.
Yep.
You gotta let it develop.
Still new, dude.
Yeah, you gotta let it develop. Try to get through these real fast. He says he is new. He is like Ghost Rider, very powerful. Almost killed Dr. Fate. Okay, I'll check it. I think he's talking about Brimstone.
Yeah,
I'll check him out.
Yeah.
Said Philip Tan did most of the art. Philip Tan is a dope artist. He's actually doing some Spawn stuff right now.
Nice.
Let me see. If WB made the multiverse right, it will make billions. Yes, that's the comment you was agreeing with 100%. If WB could just get out of their own way and go sit in one of those multiversal universes and just
I like the visuals they use for Space Jam to show
I still haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, I haven't finished it, but I started watching it the other night, and the visuals they're showing for the serververse. I feel like if they do that and go that route, yeah,
I
It'll
heard
be
it was just
huge.
one big WB Expo anyway.
Oh man, it's a big ass commercial.
Heard it was just
Just like the
that's
first
what I heard.
Space Jam. It's a big ass commercial. It's a 90-minute commercial.
He says Tom Holland Iron Boy Jr. needs to mature a little. There's no sense of danger. Those movies and the fights had no weight on them. Also, there's too much CGI and few practical effects.
Like we said, there's no sense of danger, and the fights had no weight. That's why they're getting rid of this Spider-Man in the MCU.
Yeah.
They wanted to be able to establish the Spider-Man character in the MCU, which they have. Let's get another Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, yeah, that take you had earlier, I'm with it. It's just, I just think maybe not Miles Morales. That's it. Says, I don't care if they want to do fan service as long as it makes sense. I'm 100% behind you on that. You can do the fan service as long as it makes sense.
Right.
But these don't make sense.
Nope.
These leaks,
they do not make sense.
Don't make sense. It's not a cohesive story. Like I said, it doesn't follow. It's not a trend up. Nope. You know how every sequel should. You know what I'm saying?
Surpass the one before.
Right. Nah, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. And let's wrap it up with this last one, X. I know you're probably gonna try to sneak another one in, but let's wrap it up with this one. Tom Holland isn't a bad actor. I just don't see him as a grown Peter Parker, and the script for those movies aren't doing much justice for him.
Tom Holland is a fantastic actor.
Yeah,
for his age, he's a fantastic actor.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: as far as putting everything into the role of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy. I know
just maybe not your favorite Spider-Man.
Right, he might not be your favorite, but he's the guy. He's athletic. He does his stunts for the most part. Everything that they let him do. Yep. You know, he does all those stunts. He's a gymnast.
That's what I was just about to say that. And he's been a gymnast for a long time.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He was his body was already muscular. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he fits every check mark.
Right.
And he's still in high school. Not in real life, but as far as Peter Parker, he's the Peter Parker version of or the young, the high school version of Peter Parker. So he can play this role
for a while.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't have an issue with him looking young or whatever like that, because this Peter Parker, he should be maybe a junior.
Right.
This
coming into senior year,
something like that. So yeah, they can easily keep him, through the college years and
right.
And I'm pretty sure Tom Holland's got a beard. He's just got one of those. It might not be a lot, but if they wanted to aid, grow your goatee out a little bit or grow some chin hair or something like that, they can do that.
And I look at him, and he's got that face, like a face that, he won't look old till he's like in his late 40s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If there's a reason why they did a whole Uncharted movie.
Yep.
As a prequel.
Yep.
And used him.
Yep. Yeah. Because when Drake does, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. He's just like another Tom Cruise.
When we meet Nathan Drake in Uncharted, he's in his 30s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And this would be like the test.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's all because think about it. It's a video game movie.
Yep.
So they're already they got it penciled in to do a sequel.
Yeah. Let's ride it all the way up to the first Uncharted game. And then we can't make movies after that. Yeah.
Yeah. But they might not do a sequel. And that's what I mean. It's penciled in. You know what I'm saying? It ain't written, it ain't inked in, it ain't.
I feel like if they do a sequel, the sequel is the two female characters.
Okay.
Yep. From what was that? The Lost Legacy. It'll be there. It'll be their origin story.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
That could work. I'm gonna do these last two because
okay.
Says Thunderbolts would be badass if they do it right. I want to see the Century versus Worldbreaker Hulk going all out. No silly jokes. Drop the fight scenes. That's not gonna happen.
No.
There's
wishful thinking, but no.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Century even showing. Remember, Century they retconned him into Marvel lore for one thing. He wasn't even a character until 2003 or 4 whenever that whole thing happened. But they tried to make it seem like he had been there the whole time.
Right.
You know
Man,
what
we
I'm
don't
saying?
here's my thing. We don't even have Omega level mutants yet.
Right.
We're not
That-
gonna see these characters in
Mhm.
their raw like their most powerful
Most
form.
powerful. And
Nah.
you're talking about World Breaker Hulk. They already dropped the ball on that when they
Yeah,
did
bro. Yeah, Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. You
We
know,
should have got Planet Hulk.
yeah. If not World Breaker Hulk, we should have got the Planet Hulk. You know what I'm saying from that. But it is
Right.
what it is. Last one, XR. No more. He says, I heard the Venom 2 second trailer is coming next week.
I saw a leak for like a featurette, but as far as the second trailer, I don't
Mhm.
know if that's going to be a second trailer or if it's going to be like a featurette or something like that. But I did
When-
see the leak.
What's the release date on that? You remember?
Oh, Venom,
Yeah.
October.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I could see another trailer.
They should be promoting the shit out of this movie right now.
They're not though.
Yeah,
They might have won.
it's tied to Spider-Man. They can't.
Yeah.
It's tied to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They can't.
We haven't even seen another because Morbius is supposed to come out too.
Mobius. Or
Yeah,
Morbius.
Mm-hmm. And we haven't heard or seen anything from that.
Nope.
Because that
All
film
tied to Spider-Man.
is done. It was supposed to be Morbius then Venom. Now we're getting Venom Morbius.
Right.
I think that's what it was.
They're all going to be tied to Spider-Man. And I feel like these are all going to be whatever Spider-Man they decide to keep going forward in this Spum C.
Mhm.
They're going to be his rogue gallery.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's wrap it up, man.
Yep.
XR, I appreciate you joining in.
Yeah, for sure.
But the other viewers, I don't know why they won't comment. But oh, there goes somebody. Just commented in. Grand Theft Los Autos. What's up, bro? He says, I'm playing Spider-Man. Morbius. Okay. Cool, man. Cool. So what about, are you playing Spider-Man in No Way Home?
Right.
Which Spider-Man you playing in No Way Home? Give us, you the insider, man. Hook us up with something. But yeah, let's wrap it up, man. This has been Blues House. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As the ticker says down below, hit the Cash App to donate at $Bluminati, or you can go to www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse. There you can help pick our topics and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
He says he couldn't get his belly through the portal. Hey, you got to show back up tomorrow, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to show back up tomorrow, man. But yeah, we're wrapping it up. That's our time, man. Kobe, you got anything else you want to put up?
I'm good. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
See y'all tomorrow, man. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Peace.
Take it easy. Be safe.
That's right.